What up, universe? It's me, Tiffany, Alex, the creator and host of TIFF MØDE, your podcast place for you to fill your fields, for you to hear others in their fields, and for you to hear me in my field, all unbothered, unjudged, and unapologetically. And with that being told, this first segment is going to be the host introduction. That means y'all going to begin to know me, the host, Tiffany, Alex, as I answer a series of questions. Some are going to be heartfelt, some are going to be very truthful, and some of them are going to be shocking to your belief. Stay tuned and let's go.
So explain to the viewers what motivated you to actually start your own podcast.
What motivated me to start my own podcast was growing up, I was such a radio head. I love radio stations. I love watching TV hosting. And being away with that expression was a big part of me. It helped me develop a voice. And it helped me to be able to talk to people more so than being shy about talking to people. So with this podcast, it's going to motivate not only myself to open up more to people, but also for people to feel okay to open up to others. Mm-hmm.
Who or what influenced you to get into this field?
Well, first of all, my great-grandmother, Louise, she was a big influence within my life. She is someone who believed in me whether I had a disability or not. She never wanted anyone to look over me. She wanted me to outshine people. And from this day, that's what I've been trying to do with my life.
What do you feel is your, disability or, something that may be different about you that maybe necessarily someone would label as a disability? Mm-hmm. But, how unique do you feel that your quote-unquote disability or how you look at things in a positive light?
Okay, that was a long-winded question. let's just ask, so do you mind sharing with us what your disability is?
Oh, okay. Now, do you mind sharing with us what your disability is?
Yeah, actually, I don't mind at all sharing what my disability is. I actually have two different forms of disability. The first one is cerebral palsy. It's all along my right side. It causes my joints and muscular abilities to be weaker than what would be going on my left side, or for what other people would be having the strength in both of their sides. And as far as my epilepsy is pretty much seizures. Everybody has been through a situation with friends, family, even pets who have epilepsy, who have seizures, and that's more so a neurological disability. So I think outside the norm of what other people would consider normal. Yeah.
Who are the three people who have been the most influential to you?
Well, once again, my great-grandmother. She has always been a leader in our family, and she has shown so much strength with having 11 kids, 6 grandchildren, and still keeping the strength that she has. It's a blessing, one that I hope to carry within my life. The second person, Kobe Bean Bryant. That's my boy. I'm a Laker girl at heart, always will be. And he has been such an inspiration to people on the court and off the court. Something that I hope to carry on within my life as well. And for the last person, some of you guys may disagree, some of you guys may agree, but RuPaul Andre Charles. He is a person who is so well with diversity. He doesn't care if you're black, white, short, tall, gay, straight. He loves you no matter what. And that's what I want for this podcast to be, a place where people can come, feel loved, don't feel judged about any or everything that they have to offer to the table.
Okay. Now, how do you hope to impact your audience?
By creating a safe place for people to come and feel loved, be able to express themselves, to be able to feel like someone is listening. I really want to create a spot where people can call it home, because a lot of people don't have a place to call home. And with that, I want to let everybody know that diversity with me is key, and what you guys would love to talk about, you guys can come here and talk about with me, because this is a judgment-free zone and no one can take anything away from you here at TIFF MØDE.
So Did you yourself have a lot of support from your friends and family?
In the beginning, I did have a lot of support from my family. With this whole communication and expression and everything, as far as friendships, I didn't open up to a lot of people in the beginning. But now, starting a whole podcast, people seem to be very proud and inspired for me to be doing this. So I do thank everyone who has been supporting me from the very beginning and to all my new supporters now.
Okay. Now, how would you describe yourself in just one word?
Myself in one word, open-minded. And I say that because growing up a black-skinned girl in Ceres, California with a disability like cerebral palsy and epilepsy, I had to face a lot of triumphs and hardships. I've been told no so many times in my life. So for people who are at least trying to be somebody who may be a little different, I am open to that. I'm not going to turn my back on you or close the door on you because I know what that feels like. And I want it to be as open as possible. I want you, the people, to be as open as possible, to come share how you feel, to feel how you feel, and to know that it's okay. And for order for that to happen, you need to have somebody who is open-minded, somebody who's not going to judge you off of what you go through. And I feel like I'm that person for everyone.
Okay. Now, a lot of people talk about their biggest accomplishments, but what is your biggest failure and what did you yourself learn from it?
My biggest failure in life so far has been a better friend to people than what people have been to me. That can be as far as actual platonic relationships or just romantic relationships. Somehow I've always been the one to get the short end of the stick. And with that, I've learned that sometimes you have to love yourself more than you do somebody else. You can't allow people to put you in a situation to where they're not going to see you out of, to where you have to see yourself out of. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, where and what was the turning point in your life?
Going to jail twice. Once again, for being in situations that I should have been in for people. And the turning point for me was actually getting my record expunged all on my own. And it took a lot of hard work, but no, hard work can get you through a lot when you're really determined to do it. And with me wanting to get my record clean by the age of 25 is what I had set my mind to, and it's what I did. So don't think that nobody else can do it, because if you're going through that same thing, know that you can do it.
Now, I know everybody has like this thing they do every day, you know, like do you yourself have a routine, like creative wise, like your creative process?
Creative process? Not necessarily a routine, but I do love to listen to some good R&B before I start any project. Believe it or not, it clears my mind the most, and it helps me develop ideas and ways of thinking. I guess it's a relaxer, lightweight in a way.
Okay. Now, is there anyone off the top of your mind that you were interested in collaborating with?
Actually, I have a few people on Instagram that I really want to create and collab with, especially on podcasts. My girl, Vicky Secrets, I actually love what she does. She's very much into her photography. She wants to start a cannabis podcast, which I'm so with. And my sister, Brittany, she wants to do more readings, and I would love for her to be on this show so she can see that everybody wants to know what may or may not happen in their future, because she is able to let people know. Yeah.
Now, in closing, is there anything that you'd like to say, like as far as like any type of inspiring words, or if someone started their own podcast, or maybe somebody's going through some of the same things that you went through? What type of advice would you give to them, if they were in the same type of situations, wanting to pursue something like a podcast or how to express themselves freely?
If you want to express yourself and you feel like you can't, Write it down. That is the best way to at least start getting your expressions out. And if you feel like there is anything else that you would want to do, express that. Who cares what other people think? As long as you're okay with doing what you love, God knows what it is and you know what it is. So be it.